Hey guys, it's Tape to Grape. In today's video, it's going to be this short car review video. I did not buy this, but I am thinking of buying it. It is at a Carlyle Auto sales. I talked them down. They wanted $1,900, talked them down to $1,400. I'm sorry, $1,500. And out the door it'd be $2,011. Maybe there's some wiggle room to get it just down to solid $2,000 out the door. But it's a 95 Cadillac DeVille. Let me do the full walk around first. I just already did the test drive of it because I didn't want to film it on their property. But I got a short little clip I'm going to show of driving it. I got the dealer plate on it, as you can see. But let me try the trunk. We can check the trunk out. I believe this is the right key for it. I mean, they only gave me the one key. Maybe it goes upside down. I don't know. Is there another key? Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. The round key. I'm not familiar with these. That makes more sense. Okay. Alright, sorry. There's the big trunk. 5-body Mafia trunk, I heard somebody call it. Kind of like my Grand Marquis. Nothing too special in here. Let's close that back up. Uh-oh, that didn't close all the way. Give me 1 second. I take that back. It did close. It just got the, it closes the rest of the way down by itself. So anyways, you can see it's got some rust here. That's the worst of it from what I can see. I didn't look at the rocker panels. Them could also just be because they're covered in plastic, maybe. I can't quite tell. But I love the rims. If you're wondering what engine it has in there, it's definitely not the North Star, thankfully. Let me put their keys in my pocket so I don't lose them. I don't want to be responsible for that. Alright, now as you can see, it's got the 4.9 liter V8. Front wheel drive, of course. For a while I didn't know these were front wheel drive, but I mean it makes sense. Everything from GM was front wheel drive pretty much. But anyway, let's start it up. Before we start it up, let me show the interior. Actually, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. I don't want to have the car out too long because they'll be calling me asking, where are you? You know, very nice leather luxurious interior, like my Grand Marquis. But of course, this is more of a beige than a gray. It's relatively clean. Let's check the back seats. Very, very nice. Not bad. Things of note, I did see some, I don't know if it was moisture or steam or what it was coming out of the exhaust pipe when he first started it up. There's a little bit of a red flag there. I also noticed under the engine bay, sorry I'm a little everywhere on this, there's duct tape on there. I questioned him about that. He said, oh, it must be a crack in the vacuum line or something. I don't know. Doesn't sound very, whatchamacallit, convincing. But anyway, let's start it up for you. Alright, hopefully I got this properly. Let's start it up. Oh, geez, it ain't starting. Shit. Well, I'm going to call him and let him know I'm just down the road from him. So I just called the people at the Carlyle Auto sales. They're coming, they're on their way to, I guess, jump start it? I don't really know. But I'm just waiting here. Not a very good way to start out trying to sell a car, I guess. But oh well. Not bad. I'll just wait for him, let you know an update. I probably won't film while he's here, but oh well. Alright, so he came and he got it started up. He just had to tap the accelerator a little bit. Not really what I'm looking for into a car. I'm trying to look for a reliable vehicle. You know, any vehicle I get. Of course, it's 30 years old, but you know, same issue with that Lumina I had. It was starting to have where you had to tap the accelerator, and you know, that ain't always gonna work sometimes, you know. But anyway, but it drives pretty nicely. Again, there's a little bit of sound in the front left. Kind of sounds grinding. Could be wheel bearing. I don't know. But other than that, it's not too bad. But anyway, before I get on the road, I'm gonna shut this off. Just wanted to give you a view of it. As you can probably see, I'm test driving it now. It drives pretty boaty. Of course, it's front-wheel drive V8. You can feel like the pull from the front. I'm sorry, not steering pull, but like since it's front-wheel drive, big 5.9 V8. I hear a little rattling up front, and probably this side, front wheel maybe, something like that. But otherwise, it ain't bad. Still on the fence whether I want it or not. You'll know by the end of this video. But anyway, well, I got it back to the place, and you know, I told them with the duct tape under the hood and not wanting to start right back up and all that, and a bit of a steam or who knows what coming out of the exhaust. And it's not a super cold day. I don't see any other cars. But anyway, I asked him if he could go any lower at all, and he said that's the lowest he can go. So I told him I'd pass. Didn't know if he would have cut me a deal. I mean, obviously he didn't, but I just figured I'd ask. So yeah, no, I'm just with the Grand Marquis and Blazer now. Not that I needed an extra car anyway, but you know, it would have been a pretty nice replacement for the Blazer, that's for sure. But anyway, yeah, it's a 4.9 big V8 front-wheel drive, and it takes premium fuel only, so would have been pretty pricey anyway. But anyway,